over there too. So we're gonna go right into Say Goodbye to Love. And it's self-explanatory. In the silence, I found you. You don't want it, I won't make you. Every day is the same again, my energy is low, low, babe. You won't catch me halfway lost. Sex is all even us. Baby, it's not quite as deep as I first thought it was. That were pointed out is, one, entrepreneurialism is ownership and gives you freedom to do what you want to do without having to answer anyone, like you're your own boss. And then at the same time, well, in corporate, it's important to know who you are and stand firm in that personal truth. Because what we're aiming for is to get to a point where, you know what, it becomes more acceptable, and it's not even a question, it's not even an issue. You don't have to decide whether or not you want to be an entrepreneur or go work in a bank because they won't accept you. So the more and more that we stand up for ourselves, the more that we make that demand, the closer we'll get to that place. So when it comes to making change and changing things like that, social media is an amazing tool, right? We're here because of social media. Remember, Black Appreciation started on YouTube. So I'm not actually going to put this right on Love You, but of course everyone's welcome to join. But I want to ask the question of how can we harness the power of social media to affect change?
I've been on Facebook since July 2004. I've been on Twitter since September 2008. I've been on Google Plus like a month and a half when it was on. I'm the early adopter of social media and all these different tools. And what I do now is everything I do is a direct result about what I've done in digital and building my name in digital. Anything that you want to do online, it is really about creating community, right? Because you build a base of people who, when they follow you long enough, when they read your blogs long enough, when they watch your videos long enough, they actually start understanding who you are. So when it is time for you to talk about something that you care about, when it's time for you to raise money, when it's time for you to just tell people about your lives, you have a base of people that you can actually engage over years. Some of the best things that has happened on social media for me, a friend of mine lost her mom and her aunt a week apart. And she's like, I do not have money to bury them. She started a GoFundMe campaign, and on Twitter, in 3 days, we raised $8,000 for her.
About that. Does the internet remind us that there's something? Right? So even in a small arena, how would you, kind of talk a little bit about your place in conversations? So for example, I have been caught in some of the deepest conversations in Facebook comment boxes. I'll be minding my business and somebody tags me like, man, what you think? And I'm like, uh-oh, here we go. Right? Because it gets real Lauren's laughing because, you know, Capelli is one of the people that tagged me and pulled me into the drama. But what would you say about how to respond to that adversity? Because it brings it to your front door.
Okay, so I am basically the professional troublemaker on Facebook. Like, if I put that on my business card, it's actually accurate. But a couple of rules about dealing with that is you actually make the conscious decision whether you want to take the energy to join this conversation. Because you're committed to joining this conversation, because your notifications are going to go nuts. People are going to keep replying to you. You'll be replying to people you've never met before. You don't know their politics. You don't know their intention. You do not know their tone through this text. So, when I am tagged, which actually do not like when you tag me directly on Facebook to join this conversation, unless it's utterly something I was just talking about, because it puts the pressure on me to add my 3 cents when I didn't want to be a part of it. But if I am inclined to do so, I do it to a point where if I find my energy is getting annoyed by it, I will stop. I will actually add in the thread and say, I am disengaging right now, and I will stop notifications. That's one. If you're on Twitter, you constantly get people talk about random crazy foolishness. Do not feed the trolls.
So, because of my job, I've got to know a great deal about social media now. I don't know if you've noticed, but there's a lot of ignorant people. It's interesting. The reason why I say this is because if you're not going to pick up a book, and I'm listening, right? I hope I'm not going to get in trouble. Not that those 3 people who are ignorant say, he ain't talking about me now. What I'm saying is, if the person's not going to pick up a book, you know that they're not going to go online and research things. So most people are getting their information from their feed. And they get these things that people come to them, they said this. I said, you know that isn't true, right? What do you mean? Did you see it? 1,200 people died yesterday. I said, oh my goodness, okay. Did you go see any other sources? And they come back to me, you know, it wasn't true. I said, yeah, so they're getting their information from news feeds. So what I want to tell people about social media, I hear it all the time. Now, this is the future. We're here in the future. Social media is working all the news. Most of the things on social media aren't true. People like you who are posting wonderful things, thank you so much for doing that. My friend Rahel, who's from Urban Cusp. Oh, that's my sister. Yes. She posts things, so there's people that pop up. Here's the thing I want to know.